Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft video. Today I'm gonna probably do a bit more housekeeping and move some stuff around. I'll do probably quite a lot of it off camera. As you can see, we've changed a couple of things since the last episode. I've tidied up the front of my little mine shaft entrance, made some prettier looking bricks, used the chisel mod to make these things which are called modern neutral masonry. I've also started making a new room up here, so it's sort of half dug into the hill. Discovered this really cool flooring as well. It needs nether quartz though. Slowly moving some stuff up here now. This is going to be the new workshop. So the bits that I'm going to have to do off camera today are moving everything from that stone building there up to here, and then what I'm wanting to do is I want to get at least part of the way through getting this area converted into my Infusion Altar. So this is where I'm going to do my magic for Thaumcraft. Decided it's probably better to do this here than anywhere else, because this electricity and water doesn't really mix. I shouldn't probably have really put this here. Alright, so I'm going to go and move all the stuff, clear this area, move everything up to the new workshop, and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I'm back, and you can see two of the guys just visited. They were trying to run away before they got caught on camera. A lot of the population of the server seem to be a bit shy with getting on camera, so they've run away. Anyway, we've flattened out this. We've moved all the stuff up there. I've done a little bit of work with putting stuff up there, but we should be good now to get our Infusion Altar at least built. So I'll grab a bunch of the stuff that we'll need. I have actually made a bunch of the arcane stone blocks. So in here under, I think it's under artificing. Yep, here we are. So infusion. So this is what we're going to need. So we are going to have to use one of our precious ender pearls, and a bit of auto is going to be used. We're also going to need, some air for that. So some pedestals, and this is how we build it. So arcane stone bricks is just, 4 like that. Oops, escaped too many times. So arcane stone bricks in the corner, a pedestal in the middle, and then some stone blocks above that, and then we put, some cobblestoney thing just to get the Runic Matrix there. So let's do it. Let's get this built. So we have 4 of those. We have, so we have a few of these. Now I am going to make a few of them because as well as the one in the middle, we will need some for around the outside as well. So let's make 6 of them. Let's get another what's it gonna make? 8. Let's get that many of those. Now the difficult one, the one that is going to be painful, is the one for the Runic Matrix. So we need some shards and ender pearl. What have we got heaps of? Heaps of air. And one of my precious ender pearls. Oops, which I have moved up to the top. So I have actually managed to get 3 ender pearls, I think, which is pretty good going, although I've killed maybe 5 or 6 endermen. Seen a couple of ender minis around, but I'm not really game to take those on just yet, not without some better armor. They tend to be pretty nasty and hit pretty hard. Oh, what are we doing? What are we missing? What are we missing? Arcane stone block. Water entropy balanced. No, it can do air, ender pearl, arcane stone block in the workbench. Arcane stone block, a shard, and an ender pearl. Interesting. So something's going wrong with this pattern. So I've found this a couple of times with this pack. There are certain things that just do not work. And they sort of start working at other times as well. So you might remember one of our previous episodes, we made the altar, the witchery altar. Now it was pretty nasty at the time, but look at this. The pattern has reverted back to rowan wood, and you can't actually make this with this. If you put these things in a crafting grid, you won't be able to make that. But you might remember the last time we actually made this, it had, you know, it had a couple of blood altars in there, also had, I think, a couple more attuned stones in the middle here somewhere. The rest of it looks about right from memory, but as you can see, the recipe's reverted. So I think this is another bug. This is another bug with this pack. Ah, we're stuck. Let's try different shards. Try some earth ones. No. Definitely arcane stone blocks, definitely all that sort of stuff. Oh well, yeah, I'm gonna have to go away and see what we can do about fixing the server up. I should be back in just a moment once I've figured out these recipes and got them all fixed up. See you in a bit. Okay, we're back, and that didn't take me very long to figure out what I was doing wrong. So, because we're playing the expert mode, the recipe in here is wrong. You just shouldn't use the one in the Thaumonomicon. So the one we actually want is here in NEI. Now, it's significantly more nasty to make. So we're going to need a Runic Altar, which we've already got. We're going to need an attuned stone, which we can get. We need one of each of the runes, which is really hard. So we've got an earth rune already, but that's it. You know, that's that one. So we're going to need a rune of fire, which is, you know, a bunch of blaze rods. Well, actually, we've got those sorted now. Nether brick, way more mana steel. You know, all these sorts of things. I'm going to need to use another ender pearl up, precious ender pearl. Mana diamonds, more mana steel. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Plus these blood runes. Now the blood runes are going to have to do a little bit of blood magic. Blank slate. Yep. So we're going to have to make our blood altar as well. Get a blood orb, random shard, the witchery stone. Waystone, yeah, cool. Flint, that's easy. Cool, so we can do this. It's going to be a bit nasty, and this episode is going to be only about building the altar. We're not going to talk about anything about, you know, using it at this stage. So we can put that in the middle. The arcane stone bricks, as we said, go there, 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 and there. And then we can put one more of these on top. And then we put the Runic Matrix in the middle. So that Runic Matrix I'm going to have to go away and make. So first of all, I need to find a place to put our blood magic altar. The blood magic altar being this thing, which is, holy crap, a whole bunch more extra stuff. Living rock slab. Yeah, cool. We might actually have some of that spare. More attuned stones, more mana diamonds, more everything. Alchemical furnace, oh hooray, everything's back again. Okay, so I'm going to run away and make a bunch of things. We'll find a spot for this extra blood magic altar that we need. And then I will be back, and hopefully we can maybe make this runic altar. I may do a couple of the rune stones on camera as well, just because they can be a bit tricky. But I've got a bunch of materials to collect first, and that's going to be pretty boring for you guys, so I'll do that off camera. So, see you again in just a moment. So, I decided to move my farm from here. It's now up behind my new building over there. Made way for this blood altar, which, as we know, we're going to need for our Runic Matrix. There's a couple of blood runes or you know, simple things that we need from blood magic for there. But to do that, we're going to need to get some LP into this thing. So with the blood altar, I thought I'd come back and just show you this, because you can't get to the dagger of sacrifice until tier 2. The sacrificial knife is now creative only, which means we need the sacrificial orb. Sacrificial orb needing blood in the Tinker's Tail over a mana pearl. Now I've made myself a mana pearl already. We can get some animals into the Tinker's Table using the safari nets, because safari nets are pretty easy to make. We've got quite a bit of that. So I've got a cow already in there. Now we do actually need to have something molten in there to, you know, kill him, because it needs the hot metal. There's my... Actually, I might just take the mana pearl off there for now. We're also going to make... Yeah, so we're going to make a couple of these, because I'm not sure how many... No, that's not working. What is it? I must have forgotten the pattern. What are we looking for? Safari net. Oh, I'm well and truly overcomplicating it. There we go. So let's grab a few of those. Cool. Let's see how we're going with this. It's just an iron binding that I had lying around, so that's there. And let's go and grab a couple more of these cows. So I'm not sure how much blood these things are going to give us, so a couple of babies in there. We'll grab you. Who else? Grab you. And I might actually breed some sheep as well. So breed the sheep first. That one and that one, that one and that one. And now we should be able to, once the babies are made, grab a sheep, and one more. Grab a sheep. Alrighty. So by now, there's some blood. Yes, and some leather and stuff in there. So we have molten iron and the blood. So I'm not sure, so 80, wow, that's gonna take a bit of time for us to get that out. So what I might do is, now that there's iron in there, I'm gonna throw the rest of these things in there and we'll get out what we need to get out from there. I'll do that off camera, but I just thought I'd come back and show you that sort of what we need to do. So I'm going to get 1,000 millibuckets, we'll throw it on the mana pill, get some LP, I'll get more of the recipe together, and then we'll be back and hopefully be able to make that Runic Matrix. So see you in just a moment. Okay, I'm at the last step. I've made myself all of these different runes, got the attuned stone, got 4 blood runes, which is all we need for this. Making some of these was pretty nasty, you know, things like this, the blaze lamp, you know, made from 9 blaze rods. Luckily we have cinderpearl seeds thanks to Agricraft, so we can make those pretty easily. Netherwort was actually one of the harder things to find. Rune of Air, pretty easy. Rune of Mana, this one was a little bit nasty, but again, not too bad. I think the hardest bit was just making these blank slates up in the blood magic thing. So we are now ready to do this. So go to our Runic Altar. Let's just throw all these items out. Way, look at that. Cool. Now click. It says it's making it. Now let's see how this is going. That's spreading. Now I'm not sure how long this will take. Got some wood there ready to go for these endo flames. Mana spreader looks like it's doing stuff. And then I don't know what we'll need to throw in there at the end. Potentially a living rock. It's not ready until the lightning's there. So what I'm going to do is I will cut this. I'll come back once this is done because this can take quite a while to pump this full of stuff. And yeah, I'm going to need to add more wood as well. So it's going to take a little while. I'll come back once the lightning starts happening and then we can get to the final bit of making this Infusion Altar. Okay, what a mission this has been. I had to build another 2 mana spreaders. I've upgraded to 12 of these endo flames and I've fed it probably close to, I don't know, even know how many stacks of wood I've probably fed it. Maybe close to 40 or 50 stacks. There was a stack of charcoal in there, coal coke, and then 2 stacks of normal coal as well. So that was brutal. All for that. And it took a long time as well. So I'm gonna point these back at this pool now, because there's that's pretty cool. I've got some spare dark oak. Cool. So now that we've got our Runic Matrix, finally, we should be able to put the finishing touches on this. So what we need is, now just so we can see it properly, I'm going to put one there, one there. We're going to put the Runic Matrix in the middle, cut those 2 down, and now we should be able to just get our wand. Hooray! And that should now start spinning nicely. Awesome. So I'm going to leave this episode there because this has been a monster episode. I know I've cut it several times, but in behind the scenes here, it has taken me quite a lot of time to gather all the materials for this. Next time, I don't know what to do next time. I think I'm going to leave this for a while because I need to sort out my Essentia distillation, which means I need to research some golems. Those of you that have been following me for a while will remember there's a magic island that I did a while back where I put the Infusion Altar here, and I had a sort of distillation thing above with a golem taking the various elements out to the jars to store them for use here. I think I'm going to do that again. That was a pretty good way of doing things. Although maybe underneath, I don't know. I kind of liked all the stuff coming down that way. Hey, this is Snetto coming online while I'm recording. Someone's finally joining me in the chat room while I'm talking. Anyway, as I said, I'm just finishing up this episode, so until next time, as always, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you then.